All right, let's dive into something that might just blow your mind a little bit. It's a neurological trait that really makes you question what it even means to think. It's called aphantasia. And to get our heads around it, I want to start by asking you a really simple question. Okay, right now, wherever you are, can you picture a sunset? I mean, really picture it. Can you see those brilliant oranges and deep purples? That golden light hitting the clouds? Just take a second, try to see it in your mind's eye. For most people, it's easy, right? That ability to just conjure up an image or a sound or even a feeling, it feels totally natural. It's like we all have this little movie screen in our heads, this mental canvas, where we can play back memories or dream up something new. And we pretty much just assume everyone's brain works this way. But what if that screen was just blank? I mean, completely dark. Well, for millions of people, it is. And here's the kicker. This isn't some kind of bug or a mistake in their mental hardware. Nope. As we're going to see, it's more like they're running a completely different and totally valid operating system. Okay, so let's get into it. First up, we're going to put a name to this whole experience because honestly, the way people usually talk about it, it can be pretty misleading. So the official term is aphantasia, and the textbook definition is basically the inability to voluntarily create mental images. You'll often hear it described as mind's eye blindness. But listen to that phrase, blindness. It sounds like a problem, right? Like a deficit or something's broken. But that framing, it completely misses the point. So instead of thinking of it as blindness, our source material gives us a much, much better way to frame it. Think of it as an intriguing variation. See the difference? That one little change in words shifts the whole perspective. We're not talking about a lack of something anymore. We're talking about a different way of experiencing and processing the world around us. All right, so if it's not a bug, but a feature, what does that actually look like? How does it work? This is where we get into this really cool idea of a different mental blueprint, an alternate design for how a mind can be built. This comparison here just lays it out so clearly. On one side, you've got the typical mental canvas approach. You think apple, you see a picture of an apple. It's sensory, it's visual. But with aphantasia, it's a conceptual process. You think apple, and instead of a picture, you get a bundle of facts and concepts. You know it's red, it's round, it's crisp, it grows on a tree. You know everything about it without needing to see it in your head. And this leads to such a powerful idea from our source material. The mind can get to the exact same truth, but by taking different architectural routes. I love that metaphor. It's not about one road being better than the other. They're just different highways to get to the same destination, the same understanding. Okay, so let's talk more about these different architectural routes. What does it actually mean for two completely different ways of thinking to land on the exact same conclusion? Well, think about it like this. The key thing to get is that different toolkits can solve the same problem. So an architect might literally visualize a building in 3D inside their head, walking through the halls before they're even built. But another architect, one with aphantasia, could design that same incredible building by just understanding the spatial relationships, the physics, the core concepts, without ever seeing a single image of it. And you know what? Both methods are totally valid. Both can lead to brilliant results. And this all leads us to our final and honestly, maybe the most important takeaway here. It's an idea that kind of forces us to step back and completely rethink what we even mean when we say intelligence. Because here it is, the core thesis of this whole thing. Intelligence is not tied to a single mental canvas. That's huge. It means our definition of what it is to be smart can't just be about having a vivid imagination. Thinking is so much more flexible, so much more diverse than we usually give it credit for. So, in the end, what really matters isn't what your mind's eye can or can't do. It has nothing to do with whether you see pictures or not. What truly matters is how you use the unique tools you have. Whether your brain thinks in images or in words or in abstract concepts, the real genius is in learning how to use your specific toolkit effectively. And that leaves us with one last question to chew on. Yeah, we've been talking about aphantasia, but this idea, it's really for everyone. So take a second and really think about it. What's the unique architecture of your mind? And how are you using that one-of-a-kind design to build your version of the world?